Buenas chicos y chicas, bienvenidos al episodio número 4 de Blockchainers. En este episodio de hoy nos adentraremos en el fascinante mundo de las finanzas descentralizadas explorando Sake Finance. Este protocolo está revolucionando el espacio DeFi con innovadoras estrategias de liquidez, stablecoins descentralizadas y un enfoque único en la comunidad. Como siempre, estoy acompañado de mi compañero Peri para descubrir más sobre este emocionante proyecto.
Pues muy buenas, otro día más, Mai. Bueno, pues hoy tenemos el privilegio de contar con Moyo, un crack de Sake Finance, y quien nos hablará, bueno, de las características claves del protocolo y su impacto en el ecosistema DeFi. Bienvenido, Moyo. Thank you so much for joining us, Moyo.
Thank you so much, Maya and Perry. It's a pleasure to be here and have the opportunity to share more about Sake Finance with you and your audience.
Well, Mojo, to start, could you tell us a bit about Sake Finance? What inspired you to create this platform and what is the main purpose within the DeFi ecosystem?
Yeah, so to start, thank you for inviting me again. So let me share a bit more about Sake Finance. So like number one, we are a money market. So a money market means that you could deposit money into our protocol and other users could borrow. So by having that inside Soneium, it will allow users to utilize their assets such as A star and other tokens such as BTC, Ether, and etc. So we do believe that this will contribute to Soneium as a whole because although Soneium is lots of games and other IP projects being built on, but DeFi is also part of a bread and butter, and then there's this DeFi Lego that can be built up to help everyone succeed together. So if you haven't tried out our testnet, you'll be actually able to borrow S1, which is a stable coin, which is by Sake. So by having this stable coin, you could deposit A star and then borrow S1 and utilize them on DeFi platforms or even IP platforms or even gaming platforms that we are already working with.
Okay, thanks. We'd also love to know what sets Sake Finance apart from other DeFi protocols. What's the key factor that make it stand out in the market?
Yeah, so for Sake Finance, honestly believe like by having being able to deposit multiple assets such as your A star, your liquid A stars, your BTC or your ETH on chain, you'll be able to borrow S1, which like I shared, S1 is going to be a token that is going to be heavily utilized on Soneium. So like our partners such as Kyo, Nemo, SonX, and other protocols that we are working with, these protocols are all accepting S1 as a token that you can use to swap for other assets or even liquidity provide for other assets. So like having this stable coin which in future, so like Sake is also working on, so like alpha here is that in future Sake, we are working on cross-chain stuff. So like we are talking to lots of partners to explore cross-chains lending and borrowing. So this is something that we are working on, but until we have further information, we haven't shared about it yet. So imagine being able to deposit A star on Soneium and then borrow other assets on other chains such as Base. So if you know, A star is actually on super chain. So Soneium is actually on super chain. You're actually imagine being able to deposit A star on Soneium and then subsequently borrow other assets on other chains such as Base, Unichain, or even other chains that are coming out in future.
Okay, sounds good. It's interesting. Well, Mojo, let's talk about Sone stablecoin, okay? One of the highlights of Sake Finance is the stablecoin Sone. Why did you choose a decentralized over collateralized model? How does this benefits the Sake DAO?
Yeah, so like in the market there's two to three types or even more types out there. But what we have research based on is that RVV3, which is the GHO model. So like S1 is built on that model. So like it has been better tested and it is proof that it's possible to use it on multiple chains. So like that's the one we are building on. So and yeah, so by doing that, we believe that it can actually bring value to multiple protocols that are building on Soneium. And also our users will be able to like so like you ask how we will list assets. So like in future, of course, there's going to be governance, etc. So when tokens are out, that's when governance will start. So like users could vote for assets to be listed. It's not saying that we can't list memes in future. So like imagine you are able to deposit memes and even borrow stablecoin in future.
Look amazing. We are also curious about the Sony minting system. Could you explain how it works and what makes it accessible to users?
Yeah. So if you know like there are other similar stable coins that are being built like for example in the past MakerDAO, which is one of the early stable over collateralized stable coin. So like what you need to do is deposit certain assets, then mint that asset. So for S1, which is which we make the entire process very simple. So all you need to do is deposit assets into Sake protocol, and then you are easily able to borrow based on your collateral level, and then you can borrow as much as you want depending on your level of liquidity provided. And then you could just bring that asset and then go to other places to utilize, such as Q. Yeah.
Let's talk about now about the leverage liquidity strategies and innovative models. Sake Finance also offers leverage liquidity strategies. Who do these strategies work to maximize returns, and who are they designed for?
Yeah, so I think one of the biggest issue in DeFi is that users don't know how to utilize the asset fully to do DeFi yield farming or even leverage on their assets to bring in more yields. Yeah, so the first one that we have integrated, which is the soft BTC uh, strategy. So if you guys know that BTC is something that now holds yields also. So we have partnered with Soft BTC to which will be on board on Soneium in future, where users are able to farm their points. So like farming their points will mean in future their tokens will be someday being airdrop or even claimable in future. So like some users actually don't know how to do it. So by having this 2 to 3 click functions, it's actually quite simple. You're able to leverage it on a higher level. Also, the efficiency level is much higher for users.
Nice. Do you have plans to introduce new strategies in the future, or how involved is the community in this process?
Yeah, so of course, we're building on Soneium. We also know of the A star, so like we are trying to work out the way to do it for A star. So as we are working on it, there are actually 3 liquid A stars on which is coming on Soneium. So like we have Nemo, we have Elgem, we also have VA star, which is Bifrost. Yeah, so like all these partners, we are talking to them. When in future it's probably possible on testnet, but like we're exploring how we could do it better to help users get the best out of their liquid stake A star. So imagine depositing a liquid stake A star, and then you could borrow A star and then loop it to a liquid A star again by getting more yields. And for users, like I said, we're always open for users to come to our Discord and share ideas or strategies they would want to see. But in future, there's definitely things that goes through governance when tokens are out. Yeah.
Well, Mojo, tell us about emote, which we know enhances capital efficiency. Who does this impact the users working with collateral assets?
Yeah, so actually there's a few type of emotes. So like number one, there's a if type of ether type of emote, which enables you to borrow more on ETH when you turn it on. So there's also BTC type of emote, which allows you to borrow more BTC, which is which increases your capital efficiency. So there's also a stable coin one. As of now, it's all possible to activate, but due to so on testnet, right, there are a lot of users borrowing different assets. Sometimes the assets are fully borrowed out, so it's being controlled in a way. So like users could try it out. Yeah, so all these emotes, right, allows any normal users to use it. So of course for the going back to strategies actually uses emote, which allow you to farm more of the points of the protocols that you're working on. So for example, for the South BTC one, the users are able to leverage up to 9x based using the emote.
Let's talk about incentive and community. For me, is an important part. Sake points seem to be a significant incentive for users. How can users maximize their points, and what additional benefits can they find on the platform?
Yeah, so this is one of everyone's favorite. So I think users so we are at the community building stage. So we are giving out NFTs. So these NFTs are called Sake Shogun and then also Sake's testnet Seeper NFTs. So these two NFT actually allows you to in future during mainnet when we launch, you actually are able to spin on a weekly basis. So so having a Sake Shogun NFT equals to one spin every week, and then having a testnet Zipper NFT, you also get one spin. So in short, if you have both NFTs, both roles, you're gonna get two spin a week. Apart from that, how do users actually maximize their point in future is users could deposit asset into Sake during mainnet. During the mainnet cycle, points will be rolling out apart from just this reward system. So being holding the NFTs actually give you a chance to spin that sake roulette if you guys look into the docs.
Yeah, it's great. We love the idea of sake bottle ethnic the sake roulette. Can you explain how this work and what they bring to the community?
Yeah, so like I say, once mainnet is there, these users will be able to spin that roulette. The roulettes come with points, sake points, and possibly partners points that we are working with. So points equals to something. I don't think I'm allowed to say.
Okay. The community plays a vital role in Sake Finance. Could you tell us about role like Sake Shagan and, and testnet zippers and the exclusive benefits they offer?
Yeah, as of now, the Sake Shogun and the testnet Zipper roll, right? It just gives you the spin. But in future, when there's other collaborations, we will try to bring on the Sake Shoguns and the testnet Zipper. So there could be more benefits that's gonna be brought on to Sake Shogun and testnet Zipper. So to be honest, our team has some ideas behind. So we actually discuss about how do we bring all these memes to our youth. So for example, right, there's definitely some revenue from the protocol. So you're thinking there could be a portion of revenue allocated to memes that we purchase on let's say other chains, and then we will bring that benefits to users on Sake itself. So there are this kind of discussion going on, but nothing is firm. Yeah.
Oh my God, I need more activity in Discord channel. By the way, what's your vision for Sake Finance in the long time? What are the next major steps for the project?
Yeah, so I wouldn't say it's just my vision. So our vision is definitely similar to what Soneium has been advocating, to bring mainstream on board to blockchain. And so once this user for every mainstream users that's onboarded onto Soneium, most of them probably haven't touched or even had interaction with Web3 protocols before. So Sake is definitely going towards the direction to make DeFi interaction simple. And then the other portion that I mentioned at the very early stage is that we want to have cross chain interactions. So imagine just being able to be on Soneium and then uh able to do other stuff on Base, on other super chains. Yeah, so these are things that we are exploring, and then these are things that are long-term visions. Yeah. And if you guys ever heard of super app, so like super app is definitely one way we want to do something. So like users coming to Sake equals to super app. Every DeFi actions they are able to do.
Well, Mojo, it's been a pleasure learning about Sake Finance more and more and more. Thank you so much for sharing your experience and insights with us.
Absolutely. We try to really appreciate your time and valuable explanations. We encourage our audience to keep an eye on Saco Finance and explore the opportunities it offers in the free world. Thank you so much for your time, Mojo.
Thank you for inviting me on the space, and it has definitely been a pleasure talking to the both of you.
Mojo, can say us where I can search more information about Sake Finance?
Oh, yeah. So to learn more about Sake Finance, you could follow us on X or even go to our webpage, sakefinance.com. Yeah, so you'll be able to go to our app, read on our docs, and etc.
Thanks.
Is that good
And
enough?
guys, thanks. And guys, Mojo is very active in Discord channel.
Muy bien, chicos, pues gracias a todos por escucharnos. Ya hemos llegado al final del podcast. Espero que os haya gustado y nos vemos en el siguiente episodio de Blockchainers. Que vaya bien.
Pues así es, Mai. Bueno, podemos dar un mini adelanto que se viene cargadita la semana que viene.